one will stand in my way.
The dark should fear me.
Justice will be served.
I'll sleep when they're dead.
They will be purified. should fear me.
Justice will be served.
I shall show them what it is to fall.
I'll sleep when they're dead.
I release them.
Tremble at my roar.
The dark should fear me.
sleep when they're dead. They will know regret.
They will be purified.
I shall show them what it is to fall.
I
No cure for fools.
Justice will be served.
The dark should fear me.
The beast grows strong. While you can. Yes. The inferno begins.
Darkness rises! I shall show them what it is to fall. I shall show them what it is to fall.
The dark should fear me.
Darkness rises!
The beast grows strong.
Rally to me.
sleep when they're dead. I'll sleep when they're dead.
Rally to me.
They will be purified.
Faker tốc biến anh ta khá là tự.
So recording. After you do that, just hit apply, OK.
Towards Kuzan here, of course still has his actual one, so Song Wan got his work cut out for him if he actually wants to land anything. The chains do need to land once again. Real flash utilized by Faker, doesn't go for the fat one over the wall, as efforts down here on the bottom side does have the Abyssal Voyage, but didn't want to take Teddy into what could have been a dicey scenario Eventually,
Oh.
Shelly does come in, but the wave is actually going to meet in the middle here, and Shelly might not actually get any work done, given the fact that SKT should be able to get a relatively quick rotation over.
She should get one crash.
Yeah, she's going to crash forward, and in fact, SKT are looking to let her do so and try and cut Genji off at the pass, but not quite able to.
And now, Infernal Dragon is likely going the way of SK Telecom. Both top laners have teleport right now. Take a look at Atrox. He's almost 13 and a half. Cube is still level 12.
It's so hard though, right? Because now Khan has such a clear advantage in a matchup that Genji probably should have had a bit of control in. Yes, like, Khan, if he lands his full combo like that, should be able to kill Cube. However, it's so hard to get on top of a Nico just in general that, like, that shouldn't happen, in theory.
Yeah. Well,
just, it did,
Nico.
and now it's really skewed how this game is supposed to go from a Genji perspective.
and I think one of the other problems right now that Gen G are having is that Rek'Sai has the Quicksilver Sash picked up already.
Yep.
So a lot of a stunt, or quite a big stunt in her build path. And Nico is looking like she has the stopwatch. We'll have to see if Cube is going to actually just go Zanya's Hourglass next. Or what is going to be the itemization of choice. Normally, you just see Twin Shadows come in.
Yeah, you should be going Spooky Ghosts if it's the standard Glacial Augment build, and of course that is the keystone that he's picked up.
He does pick up the Aether Wisp.
Yep.
Just now.
Okay, so he just has the stopwatch, and is going to be going towards the Last Shadow? The Twin Shadows? Sorry, your name isn't Last Shadow, it's Flow Standards, I keep forgetting.
Right.
I gotta get this information. The change of information, it's just it's a bit rough for me. You know, I'm getting old. Brain doesn't work as fast as it used to. And it also just never really worked that fast anyway. 4,000 gold going to be the lead here for SKT. Songwon and Kuzan, they really have an issue with Faker here, but he drops off his bubble. That was really cute. Not going to be enough though. Teleports are coming in.
That's a donation.
Yep. The Pop Blossom comes in, but actually, Khan in the world ender, he's able to dive on top of Cube. Shape Splitter was the wrong one. The flash forward, Ruler able to utilize the QSS that he literally just purchased in order to get out of the Impale. Really good turnaround there, and look, I thought it was a donation as well, but Khan using the stopwatch to great effect.
And comes at the cost of his stopwatch. They managed to avoid what could have been a really big tempo turnaround swing.
Oh god, Kuzan gonna have to flash, double distortion in order to get out of the way of Khan. Khan's Aatrox, absolutely terrifying right now, and Teddy just kills a Rek'Sai at the back of the Baron pit. Not entirely sure what he was doing there. I was checking out top lane, as now Ruler's getting corralled as well. He's trying to turn it into a kill onto Teddy, but he's getting body blocked. The final spark picks off Teddy, and that means that SKT probably can't turn on a Baron.
Yeah,
that's actually huge.
Can't start the Baron now. However, Teddy has teleport, Ruler does not.
Okay.
That is something that might have to be kept in mind depending on how the next 20 seconds go. Because if SK Telecom get one more pick, yes, they can start the Baron with ease.
Well, Effort going to face check there just a little bit. Gets his control ward down as the Blooming Burst not going to be able to find the Catfish Man. Sir Thomas able to walk over to the Raptors quite comfortably. In a turret, taking a lot of damage, and SKT with all the deep vision that they would like. Faker dropping off the bubble there was not enough to save his life, but of course had full information of what Gen G were trying to do. And the Abyssal Voyage was what allowed SKT to turn this one. Unfortunate that Teddy kind of shorted the Chains of Corruption there.
The stopwatch paying off massive inside of that. Without it, he just would have went down immediately. And then now...
Right, Clid just knocked Songwon into the Thunderdome with him. That's what happened.
Yep. Teddy able to pick him off in the end. Ruler went for a last stand. And now let's talk about it too. It comes at the expense of his flash.
For it, exactly.
It's not worth it.
Well, I mean, it only got close to being worth because Life managed to eventually get the kill with a max range final spark. That is not the kind of investment that you should be looking for here as Khan. Not going to be found by 5 members of Gen G. This is some of the best Khan play that we've seen so far this season.
Yeah.
And they were our LCK champions, but it wasn't because Khan was absolutely fantastic or anything like that. He still had some of his Khan-esque problems that we saw in his Kingzone days. This is some of the best vintage Khan that we've seen for a really long time. It's a joy to watch.
And
SKT fans beginning to believe, LS, this could be a problem.
No. Don't do that. We've seen what it's done to KT over the years.
Oh, KT's a different beast. KT is, if you believe in them, it works in a negative way. That's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah. People believed too much. And then 2018 Worlds happened. And then it was
like the boy who cried
wolf.
wolf. Eventually, you know what's going to happen? They're going to win Worlds, and no one's going to... It's not even going to be acknowledged. Riot makes skins for the second place team.
Yeah, we're not going to get ready. We're not going to actually like celebrate it until like exactly the end of the game because everyone's too scared to get excited. Terrible.
The game actually ends, everyone starts celebrating it, and then Mark Merrill comes out and says that there actually needs to be a remake.
Yeah, a remake, and we have to do it again, and then everyone just goes back to clenching. Oh my goodness.
Oh, jeez.
It's a clenched life if you're a KT fan.
Oh, man.
Please no.
And that's the story of how Team Liquid became world champion. Alright, so, in this game, Mountain Dragon going to get picked up swiftly by Clid, almost immediately as he's right on top of it. And then after this, it should be a pretty easy transition into a Baron dance. Now, Ezreal is particularly good at being annoying.
Landing on a life is actually huge here. Gets the cleanse, doesn't want to let SKT get that one pick that they're looking for. And this composition, LS, sieges actually quite nicely.
Yeah.
Zoe's pretty good at it. It's a large reason why that Zoe was picked up. Clid, like you say, going to solo this one out. Earth, Wind, and Fire now secured.
You know what I just thought of? As Karna's taking this. You know the SpongeBob a few moments later?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It took him a bit.
1 minute later. It did certainly take him a while.
Yeah.
But he got there in the end. And sometimes, you know, long journeys are worth it. It's a great destination. Teddy here with the Bloodthirster now in hand. He thinks he's Callista. Oh, the bubble was very close there from Faker.
And at this point of the game, it's just going to come down to SKT.
Hooking it, man. He wanted to get over that wall. Life also in trouble.
I just thought of a skin.
Yeah, what's that?
I was looking at the river, and then I thought about Lux, and I thought about a sea creature chasing him. And I thought, how about Little Mermaid Nami?
I mean, Nami already is the Little Mermaid, basically.
No. I mean,
isn't Koi Nami is basically Ariel, right?
And they can make an Ursula Tom Kent skin.
Or an Ursula Urgot.
Ursulot.
It sounds like a knight. That's amazing. It's like Lancelot, Ursulot. Now we need a knight Urgot skin as well. Give me more Urgot skins.
Oh, man.
That's apparently what we need. Is we're back on the siege one more time, guys. No Barons necessary here for SKT as they will be able to take down this. Inner Clid always threatening. With that Impale, means that Gen G do have to play a little bit scared, and that is even more Baron area control. Even more parts of the map that are just too dark, and even more places Song1 cannot be farming.
All right.
It's a scary moment here for Gen G, as I believe SKT's had control of the game of League of Legends, be it Game 1 or 2, throughout the entirety of today's play.
Yeah.
Which is what we expected of vintage SKT. This was the spring SKT that was so dominant. Was an SKT that could choose their moment to take control and never relinquish it. It's really good to see them playing to that sort of form. And I was talking to some of the SKT staff, just saying that the opinion of the players has certainly gotten better as Pop Blossom here from Cube. He doesn't even get it off, though, just explodes at the hands of Khan. Khan pretty good at that this game, as SKT will move over to the inhibitor on the bottom side of the map. They know that they've got Gen G routed. They will have spare time. They should be able to lock this one down. A lot of damage availability. Final Spark might actually be the last one for this game.
They're going to get the bottom inhibitor, and it looks like they're keen on retreating. As SK Telecom, they're the Dragon Slayers this game.
Damn right they
If you ever have a dragon problem, you better call them. That's going to be their new slogan.
They're the Exterminators.
Yeah, they are.
But kind of ironic, because they've got a Scorpion on their team.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
I didn't know that was the back animation of that skin. It's a cute one.
I'm glad you recognized that.
Let's recognize the replay. a little bit.
Recognize what? Where'd
I
you
mean,
go?
I don't know. Actually, I don't even know whether the corpse was there on the ground. It's
Oh,
like
man.
too dead. Too dead. Like, even the pixels were eviscerated.
Yeah.
Alright, well, SKT, all of the control in the world. Do need to do a little bit of housekeeping, though. They've been a little bit lax, allowed the weeds to grow back. On the top side jungle of Genji, and by weeds I mean, of course, the warding they've been able to put down. Control vision cleared inside the Baron pit. However, Khan's able to push in. He's got himself a GA. Very comfortable in a 1-3-1 scenario or a 1-4 scenario, depending on what they're going for. Teddy throws down a control ward. He's looking for Songwon as cleared. He's found a target, and they are dead. That is just how that's going to go. Teddy easily locks down Kuzan. And the fact that anyone dies in 1 CC duration of the Impale means that if you don't have a QSS or one available, you're dead.
Yeah. And at this point of the game, it doesn't even seem like SK Telecom care that much about waiting for the Infernal and playing Captain Careful game. As that's going to be the top inhibitor. Well, that's a lot of damage that he took from the turret shot, but with the Bloodthirster and Blade of the Ruin King.
I think this is fantastic, though, because in game number 1, SKT, all they were thinking about was, we can't do anything without a Baron because of their composition. Now, they're using a comp that loves sieging despite the Baron, because if Genji fights them around the Baron, that could be Genji's only opportunity to get back in, as Khan does find a knock-up onto Songwon. Yeah, they're able to take all of these inhibitors right in front of Genji, and they can't actually do anything about it.
Yeah, Genji can't actually contest.
We almost have Impale up again, and SKT just get to click their fingers and kill someone. That is what this comp does if you don't have QSS on every member of your team.
Oh, they really want to end right now.
I mean, why the heck not? I mean, 30 minutes just ticked over. They've got half the health bar on 1 Nexus.
Impale is about to be up.
Yep, there it is. And now Clid can decide. This is turret defense on the hardest difficulty when you don't have very much experience with the game. That is how this one feels. Starting to get overwhelming. There it is. Impale came in. The Nico is going to leave. That redemption is certainly not going to exist, and the Nexus is just going to get obliterated. SKT decide to end the game, and then it ends.
Just like that, huh?
Yep.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
All right.
They felt like playing some League of Legends. Towards the end there, I think Teddy said, I'm feeling peckish, guys. And they said, oh goodness, sorry, Teddy.
Yeah.
We'll win the game now. And they did. They did. No Baron required. No Infernal Drake required. No worries. Actually, this is SKT. 2-2-0s in a row. 4 game wins. When do we start talking about a streak, LS?
Maybe 4, 5
Yeah, I
games.
think maybe give it another week. Let's give it another week.
Don't get too excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and Effort coming in here today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Effort played in game number 2. Of course, game number 1 was a bit of a fiasco against KT. Game number 2 was actually a great one, and the difference between that was Marta being subbed out, and of course Effort coming in for game number 2 as well. And in fact, I think Effort does a lot of shot calling as well. Like, I think he is very vocal on this squad. If the player comms that we actually had an example of told us anything, so really interesting that SKT have made this decision. But Effort was always a pretty practiced player.
Yeah,
I mean, there were
he's very good.
Some of the best SKT games in 2018 were because Effort was the pike player, the carry of the lane. Well, this bang alongside him on the
Sometimes what I feel like maybe many viewers don't know about some of the Korean teams is some of the best players in Korea are actually subs, and you just don't know it. Look at Summit.
Yeah.
On Afrika.
Yep.
He was always underneath Keen, and no one probably knew who he was really before this year. And now
he's
lots
even
of people say
in the head of MVP right now.
Yeah.
500 points. You're exactly right. There are a lot of those players. I think Doran is another one. And
it's really hard to break in.
Sub for Griffin is fantastic.
It is really, really hard to break into the limelight in this league.
And also it's just because you find a player that you really like and you remember the big plays that happened, right? So Faker will always be a legend.
He will.
Because of the amount of highlight plays he has and the amount of history that is just attributed to him being phenomenal. And he is the king of League of Legends. I think everyone knows that. However, there are a lot of these players that may actually be more skillful than a lot of our top talent. It's just that they don't have the ability to show that off and therefore get that recognition. And I'd be excited to see some of these guys really come to the forefront, because it has been a year of change here for the LCK. Of course, we did send SKT to MSI, but everything underneath them is very, very different in spring.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this game. This was Faker giving up a kill. This was Tom Kench snipping out the kill.
Getting a bit hungry.
Yeah, getting a little bit hungry.
Which is what he says during claim.
There is the ultimate, and I really like this how He's like, no, I don't have to ult. I like that little pause.
Yeah, yeah. He was considering it. He was like, no.
And this was Sir Thomas coming in.
To the rescue.
You ever seen a catfish and a scorpion work together?
No.
I bet not.
I haven't seen that one. That's actually quite frightening.
You ever seen a chameleon get assassinated by a Gundam? Nope.
Have now.
Yeah, you have now.
Yep.
Let's see what else have you seen. Let's take a look. You ever seen a small child get completely blown up?
With a laser beam?
With a laser.
No, I haven't. I think I checked the rating for that particular one, and I said no. As Clid, he's going to get the Impale here onto Ruler, but he just purchased his QSS. But the Thunderdome play was really, really cool.
Yeah. Right, this was, look at Baron. Baron's so angry. Baron said, Rek'Sai, why didn't you come home last night? And you're grounded.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Baron. He would be void in Teamfight Tactics, right?
It's Rek'Sai's mom.
Oh, damn. And you never actually kill Baron in the game. You kill like Dragon and Elder Drake.
Exactly. All she ever talks about is how she's the queen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She never tells you about her mom.
Yeah. Alright, well there's the flash. That's what ended this game. But it felt like they didn't even need to get this pick, right? Like, this SKT composition, they played around not needing the extra, the Baron, anything like that in order to win so incredibly well, and just decided to end the game, and did so. Really cool stuff here from SKT, and a swift 2-0 win over Gen G will mean that the standings are going to take a little bit of a switcherino, because I believe this means that SKT will head above KT in the standings. KT, of course, an opportunity after this series up against Afrika Freaks in order to try and get back, but SKT making a late surge here in the first round robin. Their one remaining game against Humble Life Esports will be the last one for the first round robin, and then immediately back into the Telecom War.
Yeah.
For the beginning of round 2. So interesting how this is going to work. And SKT, of course, effort. He's going to pick it up. That's going to be the MVP once again. I think I voted for Faker twice in a row, and he didn't get very much recognition. It was the trouble bubble towards the end here that I really, really liked. But I don't know. He played some good Kench, I guess.
Yeah, he did play some good Kench. I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it.
Not worried about it? Just feeling like it's not worth it? That your thoughts? I don't know. Well, in my opinion, I thought that Faker's play was absolutely fantastic, but Effort also going to get a look in there. It means we do get to talk to, I believe, both Teddy and Effort now. So we get to have a conversation with the bottom lane for the MVP interview.
네,
Speaking of which, let's throw it to Jason for some translation.
테디 선수, F 선수 모실게요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Jason with the interview translation. And we'll be hearing for a bot deal from SK Telecom, picking up 2-0 victory up against Gen G. First winning streak of SK Telecom in the summer split. How was today's game, Teddy?
오늘은 그냥
Today,
다들 뭐
everyone was just like
안 하고 뭐 할 거 한 거 같아서 다
doing their work without any mistakes, so it was very good.
그리고 에포트 선수는
And effort. This was your first game as a starting support. Did you feel any pressure or nervous?
그냥 선발이라 기분은 좋았고요.
Felt really nice to be a starting player,
똑같이
but game
긴장 안 하고
felt the same. I wasn't really that nervous.
기분 좋은 표정 맞으시죠?
Are you happy right now? Yes, I am.
네, 활짝 웃어주셔서 감사합니다.
Thank you for the big
자, 오늘
smile
1세트,
effort.
특히 SKT 뱀픽이
And game
정말
number one,
날카롭다
SK
이런
Telecom,
얘기들이
the draft
많았는데요.
was really
유미
smart.
상대로 칼리노틸은
So up against Yumi, you guys went with Kalista and
일단
Nautilus.
저희가 스크린에서 맞아본
Well,
기억도
during the
있어가지고
screens,
저걸 쓰면 좋겠다
We got smashed
했는데
by the combo, so we thought that's a very viable pick. So today we were able to kind of pull that off in competitive game.
탐켄치를 픽했을 때는 무슨 이야기
And what did the players say when Cube locked in Tomkins for top lane?
좀 탐켄치를 탑으로 간다는 걸 빨리 알려줬잖아요.
Did you? It was quite obvious to use Tomkins in top lane in Genji, right?
저희 일단 다 준비하고 예상하고
We were all prepared. We kind of expected it.
예상한 대로 나온 것
So
같아요.
I think everything go
정말
as we
생각대로
kind of expected and
압도적으로
planned.
잘 풀렸던 1세트 경기였습니다. 에포트 선수가 오늘
Effort.
콘텐츠 잡고 플레이 정말 잘해주셨는데
Your performance on both support champions was very aggressive and great.
테디 선수는
Teddy,
만족스러우셨는지 좀 들어볼게요.
How was Effort's play today?
에포트 선수
Effort today.
할 거 다 하고
He
잘한 것
did
같아요.
all his works. He did really well. Great job.
둘다 MVP
In
먹으면
both
했는데
games, I think he was the one to be the MVP.
아니에요.
But luckily, I was the one picking up
네,
MVP in
두
game
분을
number
함께
one.
또 만날 수 있어서 정말 좋습니다. 자, 에포트 선수 사실
So
상대
effort.
롤러 라이프
롤러
듀오가
라이프
정말 잘한다고
are also one of the top
때문에
bot laners in LCK. So
1, 2세트 다
you
라인전
must have
해보면서
felt a bit of a
어떠셨는지
pressure or
궁금해요.
responsibility. So how was the laning phase?
굉장히 잘하는 보듀오라고 생각하고
I think those are really great bot laners. So I
생각을
kept that
가지고
in my
해서 좀 더
mind.
긴장하면서 하면서
So thanks
더
to that, I
잘
was
나올 수
able
있었지
to
않았나
kind of
생각합니다.
stay alert and
오히려 자극제가
a little bit
됐다.
nervous till I can pull off great plays.
자, 오늘 SKT가 판단도 굉장히
And SK
좋고
Telecom
교전
today's the decisions
빨랐어요.
and like
그
performance,
장면이
roaming,
굉장히 잘
backup, everything was
드러났던
perfect.
상황이 이 세트에
So
있어서
let's go
준비를
through some of the
해봤습니다.
highlights together.
얘기 들어볼게요. 네, 이때 상황 좀 설명해 주시겠어요? 네, 이거는 1세트
So
장면인데요.
this is from game number one.
일단은 상혁이 형이 자기
First?
나 좀 봐줘 하는데
Well,
혼자
Faker was like,
이제
watch me, watch me.
하더라고요. 그래서
And then he just
네,
solo killed Azrael.
그냥 혼자 잘한 것 같아요.
I
상혁이
think
형이.
that was a super play from Faker.
네, 페이커 선수
All his
정말
own.
활약이 좋았고요. 그리고 조금 전에 말씀드렸던 2세트 바텀에서 있었던 장면도
And we have a
준비가
highlight
되면 바로
for game number
만나보도록
2 as well.
하겠습니다.
So when it's ready, let's go through it together.
하고 1세트에서도
And you guys are just picking up every objective in game number 1 and 2.
물론 굉장히 유리해서 그런 면도 있었지만
I guess you guys were,
특별히 오브젝트
well, very in the
생각
lead,
많이
but were you guys
하셨는지
planning to play around the objectives as a strategy?
일단은 유리한데
Well, we were in the lead.
그냥 천천히 그냥 오브젝트 위주하면서
We just
그냥
wanted
상대
to go
정글만
slowly
빼먹으면서
and
천천히
going around the
하자 때문에
objectives
그냥
and
오브젝트
counter
하는 것 같아요.
jungling their jungle camps.
깔끔하게 잘 챙기셨습니다. 자, 말씀드렸던 2세트
And
장면 이제 만나보도록
the highlight for game number 2 is ready now,
이때
so
선수의 판단이 정말
I want to hear from
좋았거든요.
Effort.
앞으로 들어가는 판단을
You were just
했었는데
going
상황이
forward,
어땠는지 좀
so-
들어볼게요.
네.
What was going over there?
이때 아마
So here,
일단 진성이 형이 좀 이제
Teddy
적극적으로 해도 되겠다
said we can go a little bit more aggressively. So I just walked forward.
이제 팀원들도 오는 상황이었고
And I have all the
그래서
teammates
좀
coming for
싸워도
backup,
무조건
so
이득
we
보겠다라는
knew
생각이
that
앞으로
this fight gonna be a winning one, so I just went a little bit more aggressively.
너무너무 좋다는 장면 1세트, 2세트 장면이 다 증명이 됐습니다. 아까 시작할 때도 좀 여쭤보긴 했지만 굉장히 호흡이 좋아지고 있다는
Performance and also the
생각이
teamwork
드는데
between
팀적인
you
분위기도
guys
많이
are
좀
keep
업됐나
evolving.
싶잖아요.
일단은
Well,
저번 경기 그래도 이겼어가지고 팀
we did win the previous
전보다
game,
더 나아지는 것
so
같고
I think
오늘도 이제
about
이겨가지고
performance or
좀
teamwork
더
has
좋아지지 않을까
improved, I guess. And today we again
선수들의 표정에서도
picked up a
많이
2-0 victory, so I
드러났습니다.
think our
자,
performance will
선수는,
even
굉장히
improve
아쉽게도
better.
리라인을 못하는
네.
상황이에요. 자, 일주일 동안 좀 경기력 잘 유지하셔야 될
So,
텐데 어떤 식으로
Rift Rivals is around the corner. How are you gonna prepare for that?
미라 경기도 보면서 이제
Well, I'll be watching Rift Rivals because I'm not in the roster, so I'm gonna also play a lot of solo queues so that I can improve and look what kind of champions are the mainstreams and the best in the current meta.
12연승 남았습니다.
And Teddy, 12 games winning streak is waiting for you.
다음 주 리라도 있고
And you have
그
Rift
뒤에
Rivals
계속해서
in next
서머 이어질
week and
텐데
Summer Split
자신감
is going
있으신지
on, so are you
확실하게 한
confident?
말씀 부탁드릴게요.
일단은 5연패
First
한지
off,
너무 좀 기분이 안
I felt
좋았는데
really bad about 5
12
matches
연승
losing
남아서
streak,
해가지고
but
기댈 수 있도록
I hope
열심히
we can feel better picking up 12 games winning streak.
네, 감사합니다. 오늘도 승리 정말
Once again,
축하드리고요.
congratulations on the win.
일하에서
And I'll see you guys at Rift Rivals and also Effort. And 2 weeks later.
하겠습니다. 오늘 인터뷰 감사합니다.
Thank you very much for this interview, and I'm going to pass it back to our casters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ji-san. Of course, thank you so much for your assistance last night as well. Absolutely fantastic on the broadcast. She was a hero. And today, we've also got a gigantic break to go on as well before we are going to get to our next one. SKT making pretty short work of Gen G, meaning that we'll need to find some activities.
58 minutes.
It's time to queue up for some TFT.
We're going to the PC bong.
Yeah, I think we, may as well at this point. Like, what is it, 7 o'clock? Yeah, we got like about as much time as we want. SKT rocket up to 7th place, 3-5. And depending on who wins after this, it is likely, like if KT get a miracle and beat a Freaka Freaks 2-0, then SKT goes ahead of them in 6th place.
Has been really interesting, this split.
Yeah, they have been like a heart monitor, man. It is up and it is down, and it does not stop. It's been a weird situation for the Freaka Freaks.
What's a flatline look like?
That's relegation. That's how that works. Yeah. It looks like Jeanette.
You said it, not me. Okay.
It's a sad reality, my friend. They haven't been doing very much winning. I'm going to apologize to Jeanette after this, but for that, I mean, we are going to go to a pretty long break. And when we get back, we're going to see KT versus a Freaka. Who's going to be able to pull themselves up by their bootstraps? We'll have to find out in quite a long time, guys.
You take me higher when I feel low. Make my world brighter when I'm alone. I keep on rolling, all with your fuel. You're like my gasoline that makes my dream come true. 'Cause this is the beginning. Together we'll be winning. With you I'm a 7. Make myself a 7. I'm feeling feather light. You're my desire, my cookie dough, my burning fire, my secret code. Have you ever wondered how it feels when everybody does what you say? Have you ever wondered what it's like to rule the world for a day? I'll fight until the end. This place won't grind me down.
The dark should fear me.
Noxus will rise.
Dark should fear me.
Feel the power of true ice.
They'll regret opposing me. Justice will be served.
They will be purified.
Tremble at my roar. Always bring broth. moving, bro.
The dark should fear me.
Swiftly now. Swiftly now. United, we are stronger.
was forged by winter. The dark should fear me. They will be purified. Feel the power of true ice. Feel the power of true ice. The dark should fear me. The dark should fear me.
Swiftly now. Feel the power of true ice.
sleep when they're dead.
The dark should fear me. The dark should fear me. They will be purified.
Give up now!
The dark should fear me.
I shall show them what it is to fall.
With honor.
Justice will be served. Justice will be served.
They will be purified.
with honor.
The dark should fear me.
I shall show them what it is to fall. though many try. I shall show them what it is to fall.
Plague went down here as Keen, as is himself the Crimson Rush, as that was a little bit of an all-in attempt, as that's a very early pull from Keen. Tides of Blood comes through, misses the Shock Blast, which is the important part. You alright, LS? He's posing here, guys.
I'm trying to process what it is that's on the monitor right now.
League of Legends.
Now, what some people might look at that as, I can give sort of an analogy, is when you see the Victor cast a Chaos Storm in the middle of the lane to try to regain lane control.
Yep.
And you acknowledge that,
special.
Right, you acknowledge that you're not going to try to go for a kill, but you want to bring both of the HP bars within joust range.
Oh, like ships in the night.
Score is waiting.
Yeah, Secret Agent Score right here. They know that Senen's in this area. Decent knock-up. Justice Punch is going to knock Score up as well. Yukao makes his way over. It's a good taunt.
Dread.
Senen's going to go into the stopwatch. Score eventually grabs that kill as Snowflower has the quickness, gets himself out, aiming. True shot barrage. Snowflower's going to walk the correct direction. Good vision available. You saw that from over the wall. Snowflower knew which way he had to move to avoid it. And KT will just be able to grab that kill.
And that's going to be the second kill picked up for Score with this Cinderhulk Jarvan. And Afrika, one of the things that they have going for them is they have the early Mountain Drake, and if they can get the second one, it opens up two-man Baron potential.
Yep.
Which is a very scary thing at around the 20-minute mark, because the double Mountain will be online before then.
Yeah, and I was just talking about the fact that, yeah, a single target pick potential as well is huge, as, okay. BDD probably didn't want to do that. Could hop back to the distortion, of course, but that's going to mean his health bar is too low to contest Shelly. Bottom side, as you can see, aiming, thinking about teleporting down, but probably a bad idea. He can teleport and then the hero's entrance can be used by Senen, but he has no flash. They're going to be able to grab a couple of these turret plates at least, maybe even a third. As our Snowflower comes on over, demolish proc, will secure it. Senen gets there, Amy's going to join in as well. These few remaining plates on the turrets, Shelly, we'll see whether she gets deployed. She's only got a minute before she needs to go down. Where they invested is a big question, actually, because Keen's not in his lane and Yukao had just gone back for a reset. Just feels like in the LCK, we do not use Shelly to take turret plates nearly enough.
It's really, really, really bizarre.
Yeah.
They'll arbitrarily use her at 15, 16 minutes to get a turret, which is, the gold is less valuable than the plates would have been.
Well, now it is actually going to go down.
Oh, here we go. See, you cursed it.
That's
Why
amazing.
did you do that?
I blessed it. I didn't curse it. This is fantastic.
You cursed
and now
it.
Shelly's going to get a charge into the outer turret.
Here we go.
What? Look.
You just wait.
The turret plates
Just
went.
wait.
Okay, well, there's 4 members of KT. Yukao is making his roam over, though, as Senen. Getting people out of the way. Score has to flag and drag to get himself out. Great double knock up there from Snowflower.
Senen.
The Ignite comes down. Snowflower's dead, though. Senen grabs that kill. Prey has the Feather Storm, but doesn't have much of his health bar. Hero's entrance is a weird one, but BDD flashes in to get knocked up. Missed times. The entrance there as Prey's going to go down. It's just the Pebble Field that dives on top and Score is flicked back. That's why you pick up Yukal's Talia, but man, everyone so incredibly low. And that could have been coordinated a little bit better.
Yeah, I like how you put it. You're really saving it right there, as that was definitely chaotic.
Yeah.
A little bit Looney Toony.
It was a little Looney Toony.
It was indeed a little bit Looney Toony. Both top laners probably watched on in horror.
Yeah, they're like, wait, which elo am I in?
Do I TP?
Like, am I on my Smurf? What happened?
Does my team need me or does the enemy team need me? As we take a look at what happens here. Score, he has his own agenda. The Cataclysm's in onto Dread before EQing out.
He EQ'd back into his own
Snowflower dived right in. He went full Leroy Jenkins. BDD was pinned against the wall. And then Senen, he's given an ode to Mata. But not to be outdone, BDD.
It was so weirdly timed because the ultimate's done like it was a fat finger. And then the flash is right on to where the knockup was. Like, it was a comedy of weird errors.
Senen,
you're so good. Yeah, okay. Well, Senon's once again going to face check score, but they have different ideas. It's Yukal that they're looking for. BDD locks down that kill, but Dread's going to dive in. Great grand entrance there from Snowflower to make sure the Zin isn't able to get too much done, but this is the Thunderdome, and it's a Freak of Freaks territory. BDD going to soak so much damage and aiming. He's looking for his E to come off cooldown as he dives on forward. There it is. Featherstorm is baited out by the Freak of Freaks.
And Keen's teleport was cancelled by Smeb.
That would make sense. He does have that big hammer that he can.
He does have that big hammer. He's the defender of tomorrow.
Don't mention that.
What? Why? What? He canceled the teleport.
Did you watch that?
I'm done.
Never mind.
I'm
wasn't a
I'm done.
I
Doesn't matter. You know what though? Afrika pick themselves up the second Mountain Drake.
There we go.
And there's a
wind
third
condition
coming
locked
up
down.
that will spawn at 21 minutes. So
Everest Drake.
how about Olympus Mons?
Okay. Well,
You like that?
Name a different mountain. I don't care. This is a big mountain.
No.
Why can't I name things? BDD locks down the kill here in the replay. I mean, it is a lot of chaos, but at least there's a lot of fighting being done early.
Yeah.
Like you say, this is the teleport.
Well, I
that
mean,
was
you're the
cancelled
Street
by
Fighter
Snap.
expert. Break it down.
I'm not a Street Fighter expert.
You want Street Fighter?
Yeah, I really like Street Fighter. Doesn't make me an expert. So
Break it down.
Well, they're playing some footsies, and then
What was Ken trying to do that fight?
what was Ken trying to do?
Yeah.
Which one's Ken?
Aiming.
Aiming's Ken?
Yeah. He's got
You
the blonde hair.
Ezreal. Oh, I guess Ken.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I see it.
Right?
I see it. Oh wait, no. Wouldn't it?
And that's a Blanca skin.
What about Guile? Wouldn't it be Guile? Because at least Ezreal like throws out like similar
he does
things
throw
to
out
the
a
Sonic
Sonic
booms.
Boom.
Sonic Boom.
See, you're the Street Fighter guy.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Living up to the name that I didn't even have
I like
before
it.
this moment. Actually, with that that skin, he wouldn't necessarily be Guile, but I think we should beguile. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
You're on
Freya,
point today.
I'm confused. I'm very confused. I think it's largely to do with this game and the fact that it is a little bit different.
It is really different in the sense that a lot of things seem very arbitrary and forced,
Yeah.
basically recklessly in a lot of ways, and a lot of things that are going positive for some of the teams is actually coming via the mistakes of the opponent rather than...
Which is what we saw in the Telecom War, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like this is, it's the KT effect, where, because everything's so strange, they do force a lot of fights and force some weird decisions to be made, but Afrika have decided to go along with it, you know? They're playing the crazy League of Legends as well.
So the thing here that is a little bit interesting, they teleport in the Ezreal because they want to, I'm assuming, raise this turret really quickly before a response can happen, but they knew the location of the Xayah and the Rakan, and the lane was resetting, and they already had 3 members on the left-hand side. They have double mountain. So the turret's not going to stand a chance anyway.
Yeah.
So the teleport was a little bit needless, and they also give up all priority in mid.
Yeah, and Dread's going to have to get out of their stopwatch. Heroic entrance, great knock up onto the Jarvan. He gets spoofed out. The Dread is going to be taken, immediately followed up by Senon falling as well, but in comes Keen. The Hemo plate comes down. Prey just gets destroyed, and now everybody else is food for the Vladimir. He's trying to catch up. He's almost unnecessary. His aiming is gigantic as well. Almost finds BDD with that Q. There's no mana. There's no distortions. There is no hope for him to make it out as he lands the last cube. Huge play here from aiming so far this series. Probably one of his best performances for 2019.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to raise the mid-tier 1 turret now, and aiming, he's going to counter jungle, score a little bit, take away some of the camps, and honestly, Afrika's just sort of running away with the game. KT is
I mean, the
doing
start
these,
of this was pretty good for
yeah,
KT,
he
right?
jumps onto Dread, but they don't respect the Galio ultimate, so Hero's entrance comes in, and this is a wombo combo, and Keen gets in here with a pretty good ultimate. Yeah, that was all right.
That was mainly used to assassinate Prey, though, on the back line.
Someone pissed off Dracula.
Yeah. I think it might have been the dude with the hammer who booped him out of his teleport,
think
if you
so?
remember. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
All right.
We'll have to have a chat with him after the game, figure that one out. Aiming, all too easy.
I think the game's over. I'll be completely honest. And the reason I'm saying this, well, they're saying, nice, it's amazing.
Yeah. Not a lot of translation necessary there, but thank you very much.
Well, it's nice, Daybok. That's pretty much it. 2 words.
Yep.
So, nonetheless, 40 seconds until the next Mountain Drake comes up, and that should be the freest Baron that we have seen in a very, very long time here in the LCK.
And also super easy to just duo down with almost anyone. Maybe not Senin included.
Ezreal is on 3 items right now, and after he recalls, he's probably going to be on 3.5. It's 20 minutes into the game.
Yep, and he's not found either, as you can see with the scoreline. This is
okay.
This is the aiming.
Those turrets take a lot of damage,
especially from this guy. Has the Sheen procs and everything else. Keen, of course, has a heck of a lot of AP, so you're right, they do not stand a chance. In fact, they don't stand at all. Inner, on top and mid. Now going to be the next choices here for the Afrika Freaks as turret goes down. The outer on the top side for the second of KTs. But this Mountain Drake, not long for the world.
Yeah.
And
watch them roll Infernal.
Look at how many wards there are bottom side jungle.
Yeah, they have map hacks.
Yeah, it's
Someone should
crazy.
Actually just screenshot this. That's highlight.
Yeah.
That amount of vision inside of the right-hand side jungle.
And also, you know exactly why, right? It means that they can get to their 3rd Mountain Drake, and now they have absolute power over this Baron. And KT will need to spend all of their time and resources making sure that they know exactly what the Afrika Freaks are doing around the Baron pit. So really cool stuff. As Smeb is going to come in and see just this giant bounty of wards that are now relatively unnecessary. Honestly, like, the Afrika Freaks have achieved what they wanted to achieve with this bottom side vision. The dragon has already been taken. Snowflower able to get out of the way. That True Shot Barrage, that was very nice. KT replaces vision on the top side of the map quite well, as you can see. But I think that now the Afrika Freaks transfer what they have. They move it around the Baron pit. And just start baiting KT into face checking. Seeing whether they can create anything of their own.
And now Afrika, all they have to do is control the vision around the left-hand side river, make sure there's nothing there, and KT, with only 1 blue trinket, which is available on Prey, they have to play a very scary guessing game when it comes down to, okay, all of a sudden, just the Talia and the Xinjiao are off the minimap. Are they doing the Baron in a couple of seconds? Not quite 5 seconds or something, but it's really, really, really fast.
Yeah. And with control vision in here on the Afrika side, KT will have to just be scared every single time that the Baron pit goes dark if they can't see everyone on this map. This ward is getting some hella value, though, as Afrika Freaks realize it might be there. Okay, Snowflower's jumped over the wall. Some vision available, but okay, not going to be able to go for it. Teleport in from aiming. Not really consequential, as that chain went real wide. Predicting Dread to juke down. Oh, I saw the blue buff on aiming and I thought he just stole it, but nope, BDD. Gonna say thanks for the leash, and he's gonna take it for himself. Oh, Smeb, okay, aiming, just looking for the solo kill! Can he get it? He can. Baron. It's all too easy, that should be the Baron. Yukal helping aiming out, but I don't think he needed it. Just wrong place, wrong time. Weaver's Wall will stop the rest of KT from getting in here. No smite will be near the pit, but Snowflower lying in wait. BDD over the wall. Mimic Distortion gets him in the pit, but he doesn't do enough damage. Featherstorm used way too early.
Oh, Senin doesn't have a lot
he's
of
going to get
HP.
the knock-up onto Score. Yeah, he will be taken down. And now the Afrika Freaks looking for more. Hemo Plague thrown out. Score able to flash himself over. BDD in the Baron pit. It hasn't actually reset just yet, as Yukal takes down the LeBlanc. And Dread does fall also. Score going to be able to make it back home. Aiming, throwing some spells around, but Keen's going to be able to find Snowflower here. Cut him off at the pass. Tides of Blood, just one Crimson Rush. And he's able to take down the Rakan. And the Afrika Freaks win the fight, but they're not going to be able to do the Baron now.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do the Baron at this point in time. I think Vladimir should have Death Cap off of his recall. So if we take a look at how this all transpires, aiming, he would have had the solo kill. Even without the help of Yukal. And then right here, you would imagine that this should just be a pretty easy Baron start. And then once BDD comes over the wall and you see Snowflower, everyone is on a different page. Senin goes over the wall. No one is ready to go with him, even though everyone has the flashes. Keen finally says, I will help you out. BDD goes back into the Baron pit. You can see the escape being attempted by Score from the north-hand side. Snowflower trying his best to save his dead teammate. have no idea what he's doing there. He thinks that trading a kill is somehow ideal, and then aiming unable to find score up in top. But as we resume it live, it's exactly a 4,000 gold lead for Afrika, but it doesn't really touch on how strong this Vladimir is, who's now completed his Rabadon's death cap. The Ezreal is almost at 4 items, 25 and a half minutes in.
Yeah, he's so big.
They can just do the...
I think it's the most fed aiming has ever been in comparison to
his opponent.
Everybody else on the map.
Yeah.
Very impressive performance from this guy on the Ezreal. We have a lot of notable Ezreal players. Aiming has never been one of them. But this game, he's having a great time. Control Ward down here as Snowflower looking for his flank once again. BDD going to be over there. Seismic Shove going to be utilized. He pops back to the distortion as Snowflower has popped the quickness already. But KT weren't able to get anything done because of it. Aiming missing a pretty good Q, but able to arcane shift forward pretty happily here on the Ezreal as Smeb is split pushing on the bottom side of the map. Afrika, they got to start something. They got to do something. Aiming's going to shoot the Baron. Keen's lying in wait. Jace takes the turret, has the teleport available as well as BDD gets himself out of there. Weaver's wall. Yukal hops over. That distortion was fantastic, but it was a weird decision to be made there as on the bottom side. Score is just going to get murdered by Keen. The Baron has started once again. Jace is just going to win the game, though. Afrika Freaks. This Baron buff, I don't think, is as important as your Nexus.
Well, the thing about this is, even if Smeb gets this bottom inhibitor, now all that's going to happen is Afrika's going to ride the bottom wave straight into the bottom inhibitor of Kate. Sorry about that, KT.
Yeah.
So, the inhibitor going down is definitely unfortunate, and one of the other reasons that it's unfortunate is because if for some unholy reason KT would be able to stabilize, because in a normal game scenario, Afrika should be winning this the mass majority of the time. Now, all of a sudden, a clean ace could prove to be disastrous for Afrika, as there's an open window to victory for KT.
Yeah, you can follow super creeps towards the enemy base.
So, all 5 of the members now for Afrika should just be looking to barrel down bottom and end. I actually think it's a pretty poor decision to take the Open Dragon here, and the reason being that you just wait until 30 minutes and force the Elder to spawn.
Yep.
You don't need to take the Ocean Dragon and RNG an Ocean Dragon or a Cloud Dragon spawning. They RNG the best possible one, which is Infernal, but it's not it shouldn't be necessary in order to win this game.
Yeah, and also they have an opportunity to win this game within
Noxus will rise.
The dark should fear me.
Always bring Brom. Noxus will rise.
They will be purified.
Feel the power of true ice.
dark should fear me.
Noxus will rise.
The dark should fear me.
Feel the power of true ice.
They will be purified. The dark should fear me.
Always bring wrong.
I was forged by winter.
Swiftly now.
I release them from their pain.
Always bring bro.
The dark should fear me. They will be purified.
Always bring broth.
United, we are stronger.
While you can. Noxus, rise.
No one escapes my aim. Swiftly now.
While you can.
Swiftly now.
The beast grows stronger.
Though many try.
Noxus will rise.
swiftly now.
No cure for fools.
When going gets tough, you call draw.
Truth, guide my sword.
The inferno begins. Yes. Always bring Brog. Always bring Brog. When going gets tough, you call Brog. That cleanses the world.
The fun begins. Truth, guide my sword.
Fight, we are stronger. Swiftly now.